Greetings, everybody. Sorry for the short notice, but yeah, I'm just floating around in my green and gold bubble for a while, um, playing with nature, taking beautiful long walks, breathing in the stream and the water. What beautiful energies are floating around at the moment. So welcome, welcome, welcome to this amazing show where we're exploring a little bit more of this Chevron time, which is the time of Shiva. And yeah, let's just, oof, I'm really feeling part of that lineage right now. So let us just clear this beautiful temple. Hey Victor, welcome. We're just clearing this beautiful temple, bringing in so much more of this beautiful green and gold energy. I don't know if I would say it's difficult to ground right now. I'm just in a bliss wave, and really enjoying that. Oh, that's, you just look. Maybe you can have some beautiful images as we go along. As I said, sorry for the short notice. I've been really out and about too much, just doing a lot of meditation right now because I'm just called to do that, and just pouring a lot of that meditation out, going through so many portals right now. No, just one big one. One big gateway of, you know, sublime, I think is the word that I would call it right now. So I'm going to continue because today is officially the day of Ganesha, and continue our little story of Shiva and Shakti, because they all just blend in so beautifully. And yeah, well, without much ado, some beautiful remembrance for dearest Ozzy Osbourne, who left the planet officially. Really, this time he's never hadn't been on the planet for very long, but yeah, he left the planet on the 22nd, which I think was just so appropriate to go with Mary on the feast day of Mary Magdalene. I'm sure he's having a really great time. May he have amazing travels and create music in the stars. What a life that man had. What an incredible journey, and an incredible family he created. Now, he will be missed, but yeah, he really did his death well. It was really beautiful. I don't know if you've, for some reason they kept jumping into my stream. I think, yeah, I can connect very much to the masters of the guitar, the masters of music. So, which is also Ganesha, I suppose. So yeah, let us continue this beautiful story of Shiva and Shakti, or Shiva and Parvati, and his beautiful beautiful Ganesha, because it wouldn't be fair to carry on without Ganesha. So this is Ganesha before he was the elephant man, which is but we'll go into that maybe another time. So this is the story of absolute love and devotion, and she gave him so much space to go and meditate for however long he went off to the mountains. But she also wanted her own space, her private space. So first she asked Nandi, who was Shiva's bull, his right hand man, to give her space and to protect the area so that she could go and bathe in peace. Well, along came Shiva, and Nandi wanted to go in, and of course Nandi knew who Shiva was and said, well, of course you can go in. Well, Parvati was a little annoyed, and she said, I told you, just like don't let anybody in. I want my space. You know, she also needed her space. She'd been meditating for many, many eons, and she enjoyed that space of anointing herself and being in stillness. And her time was disturbed. So no problem for Parvati. She just thought, well, I will just create my own very beautiful being. And my story of this, with my meditations deeply on the three of them, is that in her time alone, Parvati had, for lack of a better word, created, with all her deep meditations and her yearning for communion and bond and union with Shiva, had created herself some invisible friend, which I believe was Ganesha. So she had no problem in creating this beautiful being into reality, because she held that energy of the Prakriti. So I do believe she used some mud, because otherwise she had a lot of mud on her. But the story is that she scraped the turmeric and the sandalwood off her skin and mixed it with mud and created this beautiful little boy for herself. So we're talking about DNA and creation, and obviously the story can be as scientific as you like, but yeah, if we just think of this incredible DNA and obviously the healing powers of turmeric and sandalwood, and she created this beautiful, beautiful little boy, and she told him to keep guard and not to let anybody in. Well, of course, along came Shiva, and this little fellow said, nope, you're not going in. He said, but I live here, I'm going in. He said, nope, you're not going in. And try as hard as he could, Shiva could not get past this little guy who was so determined to protect his mother, his creatrix, and to just give her the space. And there ensued quite a battle. Yeah, it was a battle where Shiva brought in a whole pile of his gunners, and these are his elementals that he had with him. And the battle raged because Ganesha had access to all the divas, the beautiful, strong women. So there was this huge battle. And eventually Shiva, in absolute frustration, zipped his head off, not knowing obviously who he was, and zipped his head off, bump, with his trident. Of course, when Parvati came out, she was distraught. She was beyond herself. This was her beautiful creation. This was her divine son, her divine helper, her divine companion, her beautiful, beautiful little boy, and now lay without his head. Shiva, not knowing who he was, now knew, and was obviously just as distraught as she was. So the story goes that he told Nandi and the other Ganas to go off and to find the first creature that was facing north, which happened to be an elephant, and to bring its head. I have another slightly deeper energy of that story, that it wasn't quite an elephant, but it was more Gana, hence the word Ganesha. And Shiva, with the powers that he had, put this elephant head on this young boy. And it was a creation made of deepest, deepest love. So here is Parvati with her sweetest little elephant boy, who is now named Ganesha. And to console her even more, he gave Ganesha all these incredible powers to be guardian and lord of the Ganas, to be lord of music, to be lord of science, of maths, basically of creation. to be lord of the elementals. So that gave him the powers to be lord of all the elementals, the forest folk, the devas, and the elementals of the water, the elementals of the forest, the elementals of the air, the elementals of everything. So Ganesha holds that, but also as part of, he really blessed this incredible being so much, so that nothing, as an extra boon, nothing could be done without Ganesha being there first and as the overseer. So that is, in a sort of brief nutshell, the story of Ganesha, who is the son of Shakti. So here we go long ago. In the sacred mountains of Kailash, goddess Parvati, the divine consort of Lord Shiva, wished for a companion and protector of her privacy. As Shiva would often be away in deep meditation or cosmic duties, Parvati desired someone loyal, strong, and purely hers. One day as she prepared for her ritual bath, she took turmeric, a sacred and purifying element often used in spiritual rituals, and sandalwood, and lovingly molded into the form of a boy. She breathed life into the figure with her Shakti, the cosmic feminine energy, and thus Ganesha was born. She declared him her son and instructed him to stand guard while she bathed. When Lord Shiva returned and attempted to enter the chamber, the boy, unaware of Shiva's identity and driven by devotion to his mother, commanded and completely refused him entry. Shiva, astonished and angered by the boy's defiance, tried to reason with him, but Ganesha stood firm. A battle ensued between Ganesha and Shiva's Ganas, his attendants, but Ganesha, infused with Shakti's power, was unstoppable. Eventually, Shiva, in his fierce Rudra form, severed the boy's head with his trishul, which is his trident, unaware that he had just slain Parvati's son. When Parvati emerged and saw her son lifeless, her grief and rage shook the cosmos. She revealed the truth to Shiva, who, filled with remorse, promised to restore the boy's life. He instructed his followers to bring back the head of the first living being they encountered, facing north, the direction of wisdom. They returned with the head of a majestic elephant, symbol of wisdom, strength, and auspiciousness. Shiva placed the elephant's head upon Ganesha's body, breathing new life into him, and declared, "From this moment forth you shall be known as Ganesha, Lord of the Ganas, remover of obstacles, and first to be worshipped in all sacred rituals." So it's like, he'd already practiced on Shiva as an obstacle. It's very interesting that it was an elephant head, because an elephant is also very symbolically of feminine wisdom and is the keeper of deep. The elephant clan, the elephant animals are just so incredible and so filled with love and devotion to their young and to their herd. And they are led by a female, not by it's a matriarchal society. And interesting, when the elephants go into, what is it, into moot, I can't remember right now, must, when they get horny, basically, they go on a complete rampage. They just see red. They will just storm anything. They can create a lot of destruction and devastation, a bit like Shiva. Yeah. So in Shravan, when divine energies are heightened, Ganesha is invoked for grounding and balance. His blessings are especially sought on Wednesdays, which is his sacred day, associated with wisdom, communication, and beginnings. Many people, especially during this time, will do also a bit of a fast, as I say, do the fast, however you do, and prayers for success in spiritual practice. Parvati, her creation, okay, it was because I kind of tell these guys what to write. So it's for me, it's like very much that creation almost of Adam, where soil, sand was used, mud, creating of the first male, one of the first beings, also infused yet again with DNA from some other beings. Before he became Ganesha, he was called Vinayaka or Kumara, which means the firstborn. The names and also the remover of obstacles. Let me get back to us wherever we are here. Josh, how are you, Josh? Our favorite Ganesha day today. I hope you heard the story. He's huge at the moment, and the energy, maybe I'm also just tuning into it, is just so sacred. For me, he is definitely at this moment a huge guardian of the of this portal. This is what I'm seeing right now wherever I'm going. I believe this is like this. I'm working a lot with Buddha at the moment as well, and moving through into this green and gold portal, and just sprinkling this energy back down on the planet. So when you see these energies, these are the energies of the Ganas, which are the spirits. So Ganesha holds, I mean, he is such a god in so much right. This is Ganesha, this is the Ganas, these are the elementals. So he's a lot more. Sorry, I always forget that he's supposed to be there for wealth. It's like comes very, very last on my list. This is what I believe the Ganas are. Yeah. For me, this was part of the elephant head. Yeah, which was not actually an elephant, but the ruler of the Ganas, which I think are actually our thought forms, which we create. Yeah, but he holds the space of the fairy kingdom and of the fae. I hope that we have lots of Grace. Hello, beautiful Grace. So lovely to have you here. Yeah, this is just a quick turn in to give some reference to beautiful Ganesha right now, and how much he holds and how much energy he's putting on the planet at the moment. Because we are moving into Krista. Hello, Millie. So nice to see you. Nice numbers. Yeah, lots of twos in my life at the moment. Two, 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 two. Yeah, I'm just floating. I'm just floating in dream time. I kind of was there last night, but not really. I'm just like doing these amazing golden bubbles and just enjoying this energy. It's like the space between time. And as I did say the other day, just remember that we have, I think it's on the 26th and 27th, which the Mayans call this the day out of time. So it's actually the beginning of the galactic new year. So, just to, well, I think we're all just doing so much amazing stuff right now. And the animals are really just talking to so many people. They are, riding the energies. I'm just floating around. It's like, oh my goodness. But I did say I would be here. So, and as I said, did want to give some reference to beautiful Ganesha. And just coming back again, that's really all we need to do, is just come back into this beautiful still point of our heart. Breathing up and down our spine. Is it the 25th? The 25th day out of time. Yep. So then then the galactic year starts again on the 26th. Yeah, I'm just I'm just being in the heart space. Listening to very, very little. I'm just like not into channeling or anything. I think there's just so much. Let's just go with our higher selves and move into another space through another portal. We do have the 8-8 coming up. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put it through. I might do. It's going to be interesting to have PG on tomorrow. I know he's been playing sublimely with water. Water is so huge at the moment. For me today, it was definitely the wind and the green, and just it's like everything is just in this beautiful golden bubble. We're so blessed to have. Oh, there we go. The 1023. Yep, being called. Been feeling tired when I awake. Enjoy the dream time. Just make it count, Grace. Just call in. If you when you wake up and you want to be sleepy, just call in that beautiful energy to take you back into the dream time. There's so much healing going on. Yeah, so much. We don't want to really be inside at the moment. There's just this calling to be outside. Lots and lots and lots during sleep time. Yeah. And just ask to remember the energy. If you can't remember the dream, it doesn't really matter. It's just to acknowledge that energy. Try to write, try to doodle. Oh, my dog has a limp. Oh no. Right. I thought he was just too fat to come up the stairs today. Because it's been very muggy. Like really thick air. You can just feel that there's so much going on in the air at the moment. A lot of water on the planet. Yeah. Okay. That's beautiful. Yeah. So you're doing a lot of fire, and that's beautiful. Oh, go, Millie, because that's weaving that orange. To channel the yep. So you're working with the orange. You're going up the spine. Now, a very beautiful meditation is just to be still without going up and down the spine. It's my favorite. It's just like keep breathing, guys. Just up and down. Get those. Obviously, do your meditation, but as often as you can, just keep that channel clear. Because wherever there's a blockage, the Shakti is rising, whether we like it or not. This is the blessing. This is the time. This is the time capsule. It's going to click. Oh, beautiful, Millie. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, to align. Lovely. Yeah, we need to roar. I will, but we've got PG tomorrow. I've created something really beautiful for Lionsgate, but I must probably look at it on Friday, which is obviously beginning with the lion and that sacredness, that roar. And it's just, I'm like a little interested in the ancient Vedas and the ancient texts, but it's just interesting how almost all of the goddesses ride lions. Kali very interestingly rides a donkey, which for me is that no matter how stubborn the creature is, she still has control of it. Yeah. Sekhmet is very ancient. Sekhmet's one of the oldest, and she was born from the eye of Horus. This Lionsgate, well, it's starting really on the 26th. I mean, starting long ago. It started like, I think hugely from the was it solstice? Yeah. So these last couple of months are huge. Mm. Yeah, it's just to add to it or to take away from it, just to freshen it up a little bit. Um, and I think especially this year we're called to really acknowledge so much. And at the end of the day, it's just simplicity and it's really just nothing. Because that's really the space where I'm getting to with all this amazing connection that I'm having. It just comes back to the still point in the heart and just going into that beautiful pearl of the heart and just breathing the pulse of the heart, sitting down, sitting under trees. It's like, yeah, there's so much information and so much simplicity. That's why the ancient sages meditated under trees, not for shadow, but to actually, I believe, to hugely to be one with the trees. So if you can sit outside with your back against a tree, just really breathe in. Oh, God, it's just so golden. And just breathe in that energy up your spine and try to blend and to be one with the tree. Nature's huge at the moment. She's just pouring so much gold energy. Yeah, set it up right. I have one in the kitchen. Yeah, nothing fancy. That's it. Yeah, with some. Aw, beautiful. Yeah, I have one in my kitchen because we spend so much time in the kitchen. You for me to go to my altar here in the lounge is like really, it's a big space. It's a big thing to go there. It's like off the track, and even anything can be an altar. Yeah. Somebody was talking. I want to just talk about that. It's jumping in my head at the moment again with the Louise Hay. If you don't have the Louise Hay stuff, I'm sure that you can get it on the internet. I know Lindsay was talking about it. She's, as I said, that comment there. She's the grand dame of the affirmations. But what's just so beautiful about her was, I mean, she really worked hugely during the 80s, which was that. Simple is best, yeah. And in the kitchen, it reminds you, if you can remember from the feng shui, it's important to have your kitchen god, and to, because God, it's too much going on, so much going on, but yet there's like just stillness. I mean, moving into a space very often, and I'm just so grateful for the stillness in my head. There's nothing there. Now, I was there many years ago. Ah, the mushrooms were orange. Oh, we don't have orange mushrooms, but I see the mushrooms are starting again. And a few years back when I lived in Germany first time, you could just like virtually ride into town and you could see those little the the red capped mushrooms, the little white dots. Yeah. So you get these crazy mushroom collectors, but I'm sure if I go walk into the forest I'll find some of the red ones. Invitation, my spirit, and cave the lion, yeah. Um, I think we all like really bonding with the lion energy on so many levels. But it is our own personal law of power. um, And it's the Syrian. I'm not into the Pallades at all. I hope they've evolved. I'm just working. Venus is also really interesting, but I'm just coping, doing with this my balance between Sunat Kumara and Venus and the Earth energy right now. Yeah, it's amazing, yeah? Isn't that beautiful? Grace shade. Yeah. Yeah. Once you have a visitation like that, you don't forget it. So it's really beautiful. So, yeah. Just let things go. Step into your power. And I think once we move, it's moving now. It has been obviously moving for a while. But I think when we pass through the Lion's Gate, we're going to be working hugely with connecting with the male energy. So that will be connecting with Father Sky as well as the mother. Yeah. So we just needed to get the mother back on track again with us. Oh, she is just so beautiful. I mean, it's just, I'm seeing in very different levels right now. With my eyes closed, with my eyes open, breathing. Please do breathing. If you do the Joe Dispenza breath work, is really good because that's holding your breath. Okay, the lion. Oh, beautiful. The lion and the lioness. They're just such teachers, huh? The animals. I mean, the lions. Wow. There was a lion park in sort of just outside the city. They were semi in captivity, but they had camps. I think there were about 4 or 5 camps of lions, and you could go drive through each one. They were wild, but controlled wild, and it was just amazing to see these male lions with their ladies. Oh, Millie, I love your 1, 2, 3, 4. We all make a gratitude, yeah, absolute gratitude. So if you can just, well, we're all tuning into nature. Um, I'm just seeing these spirals of gold spirals out my window. So I hope you're all seeing energies. Yeah, that back to your orange there. That's very often where it gets stuck for us. We can start the base, but yeah, any stuckness, we're working with magnetics, the magnetic attraction of which is deep down in the earth, which is the Shakti power, but it needs to come up into our being. And then there's this other magnet across here, which is the Shiva power, and it's like lightning. We have to gently. We don't want great big shakes. We want this to be able to be in control and to live with this beautiful Shakti energy all the time, not just on rare occasions. Obviously, there'll be times when it's more powerful. So, and just let it rise gently. And just the breathing, because that breathing, just think about, I'll just simply go with gold light up and down the spine as often as you can, and just visualize just clearing those energies and clearing the trauma quickly. I think a lot of us are just clearing without going through the trauma, which is really, really beautiful. I don't think me, I don't think that we should get stuck too much into analyzing all the stuff that we have. Yeah. You can write it down, or you can write a poem to it. It doesn't have to be the actual image of the pain. Don't relive it too long, because I think that when we go into living it and dwelling on it too much, I think that we just go into way too much and stuff that's been cleared. So let's just keep those energies. And I don't know, I'm just like in this golden vibe. I'm working a lot with this beautiful citrine at the moment. So it's a connection between up and down. And to practice, if you don't do it, to practice connecting with the earth. And you can just sit wherever you are and sink an anchor into the earth and feel where it clicks. You'll feel this click into the crystalline, into the center, into the gold, whatever comes up for you. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful, Millie. Beautiful. Oh, was he at Adams last year? Oh, what a play, what a dream. Sometimes I feel so far away from you guys. You sort of have this American thread, and you're not so far away from each other. I mean, not on each other's doorsteps, but manageable for a lot of you. And yeah, then just go up, blend into your heart, and then just go up as far as you can go and feel that magnet to click. and try and keep that connection as often as you can, because it's this filaments. Yeah, we're definitely changing. Um, our bodies, my body is definitely changing. I think a lot of people's bodies are changing um, in a very beautiful way. I mean, I'm just feeling like I'm like so often just like floating in this cosmic soup. Um, mm. I think it's Jared tonight or later on. I know it's at like 1:30 in the morning for me. I think it's today. So hopefully I will make that. Yeah. I live upside down and inside out and just get frustrated every now and again because I still don't see very much. When I want to work things, it's like, it's like so complicated to tune my eyes in. I have to refocus them really hard. But yeah, working a lot with the angels at the moment, a lot with sacred, very old glyphs, really writing them into my auric field. I don't know what I must look like out there to others. Seeing a lot of in people's energies, it's like really, that's what's coming out of my silence and my meditations, which is like very beautiful. Just floating in this green and golden bubble. And had such a shower of green today. Just really tuned in hugely to all that beautiful green energy. Also having to look very, very closely and just chew, because I know they're going to cut it. Knowing Germany, they most probably... Lindsay, my beautiful, I'm so excited for your salamander. Gee, beautiful, what a blessing. And Grace's story about the salamander. Wow, it's so beautiful. We got a lot in, I don't know, we got a lot in Natal, which is very tropical. They're very strange. But salamanders, yes, they are the elementals of the fire. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes into Jared's fire today. Before we go much further, we really need to say this beautiful prayer before we forget. So our daily awakening invocation. Beloved source within my heart, pearl of light in the lotus of my being. With my first breath I awaken, with my next breath I expand. Each inhale draws in peace, each exhale pours out love. May my steps today be soft blessings, may my words be the threads of compassion. May my heart be a sanctuary where earth and stars meet as one. Shakti rises within me like a gentle stream, guiding my love, steadied by grace. In all I touch, may light be planted. In all I meet, may beauty be revealed. I awaken in love. I walk in compassion. I breathe as the infinite. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Yeah, that I worked hugely with that unconditional love, and it's just like I did, just pouring it out of my heart. Just pink energy. Now it's kind of rainbow energy as often as I can, especially when I'm outside and walking. I pour it all over the planet, and especially to people that are kind of like weird. You have to pour a little bit extra, and you have to just, when we talk unconditional love, then it's everybody. Yeah. It's the grumpy people downstairs. They need it even more so. So take yourself out of the picture and just pour love. That's people that have hurt you in your life. Pour love, pour unconditional love onto your younger self, onto your being. Pour just lots of gold and rainbows and bubbles, and just keeping that energy. Yeah, lions are beautiful. I don't know. Kelly, and the angel Raphael. just have a look out. I'm sure she will be doing a Lion's Gate. They're always amazing. I've been doing them. She's definitely a white lion and holds hugely that 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 energy as well. So I think at the time right now we've gone through a lot of the personal things of which we're not going to stop. When I said that years ago, I just never want to stop creating and learning. And then it's group energies which are going up. And groups are interesting. I don't know if I've shared it with you, and I'll share it with PG, that how often, for a long time, that the guides, the angels, whatever, come around and they actually have a look what you're doing, because they need to know this plan. You know, we teaching. It's such a give and take relationship at the moment, and your guides are all here. So please tune into them. They're really banging on the bubbles and banging on the door, and just like close your eyes and invite them in and trust who they are. Oh, thank you. I'm just bumbling along. I'm just babbling along here. Thank you, Grace. I shall soon. I did a little while again where the tomorrow here. So, oh wow, 11:11 for West Coast. Beautiful Los Angeles. Wow. So I don't know what time it's going to be here. New beginnings again. Wow, this is such a journey. What an interesting journey. Just floating. I'm just enjoying the energies right now. Yeah, I am fasting, so I do eat a little bit of fruit sometimes, but I do drink tea. Right now, I'm still drinking my tea because I'm not quite sure how long I'm going to be fasting. Is relevant always. Okay. Recently. Okay, enjoy. 3-1, that's very interesting. Yeah, I'm very blessed. I think sometimes it cheats, but then maybe that's why the universe put me in this area, because they're two cars with a 144 number plate. Sometimes the one goes on holiday, so they've just come back again, and it was so nice to see the 144 number plate. They pop in quite a lot for me. And on my phone, obviously. So I think I've almost like filled up my space with 144 or 1144 numbers. He said it's the awakening of Leo time again. Huh? Yeah, the roar of the golden lion, the golden Judah. Yeah. Hey baby, don't cry. Why are you crying, babe? Hmm? He's also been interesting on the walks. He keeps going again into like other little places. Yeah, so I'm not sure if there's a bird in there that he wants to go and roll around in or bring out as a present for me. He does that every now and again. And he smells it from far away. And then off he goes. Dun, 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 dun. They were originally hunters, little hunting dogs for small things. Yeah. So, yeah, that's about all I really want to share for today. I mean, there's so much going on. It's just to breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. I think a lot of us are being called to breathe again, take it to another level. And, yeah, just to remember blessed Ozzy Osbourne, who so cleverly left the planet on 22, which was Mary Magdalene's feast day and Remembrance Day. So he's in good company. I'm not sure what else I have here to share with us. They don't always go in. No, that was just Mary Magdalene from yesterday. So, yeah, just acknowledge Ganesha. Well, acknowledge the mother. She's everywhere. Don't forget to spend some time with her. This is definitely the portal that I'm working with, and I hope pouring it out to all of us. The planet and to us. So if you find yourself lost in a couple of fractals, I had that earlier on. I was like, oh my goodness, there's just way too many fractals. Next new moon is at, okay, wow, newness. Leo is with the heart and the blood and circulation. Yeah, I often say, you know, I don't eat very much cooked food. Most of the food I eat is raw. For a long time, I haven't eaten meat. I hardly drink tea and coffee. It's a pleasure. Thank you, Victor. I hope you enjoyed the energy. Just bask in this beautiful golden energy. I was I just come back from my walk when I jumped into the live stream earlier. So I was full of green and gold. Yeah. It's an absolute pleasure, Millie. Keep breathing gold up and down your spine. Remember to root both ways, you know. We've got anchors both ways and walk along our beautiful planet. Yeah, so enjoy the visuals that you're seeing. They do say that a lot of the geometries are going to be very, very visual at the moment. We have so much help just pouring in right now. So enjoy it, embrace it, and love it. Oh, the 22nd. Okay. So thank you, everybody, and thank you for being here. And I think we're going to be live with PG tomorrow. Not sure what he will have for us, but I'm sure it will be interesting. He's just playing with bubbles and water at the moment. So love you all lots and lots. Keep those beautiful diamond hearts pulsating and that beautiful pearl within your heart alive and shining. So lots and lots and lots and lots of love. And I'll see you outside in nature. So have a very beautiful, blessed day. I'm going for my evening walk now. So love, 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 love. Love you all. Oh, we're so blessed. So much good stuff happening. Love you lots, everybody.